Hi, my name is Caitlin Akon. I played Enid on The Walking Dead, and you are watching Comiverse.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Tony's Comic Spotlight. In this weekly episodic series, I spotlight some of the best comics put to print.
In this week's episode, we celebrate the first appearance of Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke the Terminator, by shining the spotlight on the New Teen Titans issue number 2 from 1980. If you are enjoying the content, please feel free to like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos. Feel free to leave a comment as well. I hope you enjoy the videos. And now, on to our featured story.
The New Teen Titans in Today, the Terminator. Deathstroke stands before members of the Hive who want to hire him to destroy the New Teen Titans. Deathstroke says he'll take the contract on his terms. He answers to no one, he knocks them off his way, and he's paid in advance. The Hive refuses, and Deathstroke tells them to take their contract and stuff it. The Hive says they will accept no refusal and try to kill Deathstroke when he attempts to leave, but he evades the assault and leaps out towards the team members who disappear. Disgusted that they were holograms, Deathstroke knocks the door down and leaves. The real Hive members are happy with the data they received while secretly x-raying and scanning Deathstroke. The plan to duplicate his powers and to have their own Terminator that will belong to the Hive. Grant Wilson gets into an argument with his girlfriend, Carol Sladke. He begins to get abusive when Starfire and Wonder Girl enter the room and repel him with their powers. Because of this, as well as other matter, Carol breaks up with him. Kid Flash arrives via the window to tell the girls they have an emergency. Starfire and Wonder Girl follow Kid Flash to where the rest of the team are scouting a possible pharmaceutical hijacking. The team attacks. Kid Flash clears a path to the warehouse while Robin takes down some thugs. Cyborg picks up one of the escape vans and tosses it into the river. Kid Flash notices another van trying to escape, but Wonder Girl demolishes the vehicle. Robin is upset that Starfire destroyed all the clues to the robbery, but he cannot speak her alien language. Starfire then kisses Robin, and it is revealed that Starfire can learn another language through physical contact. Changeling tells Starfire he knows French, German, and Chinese, but she says English will do fine for now. Little does the Titans realize they are being watched by Deathstroke, who is talking to his assistant Wintergreen. He has Wintergreen do a cross-check on the Hive. Swearing revenge, Grant entreaties upon his contacts at Hive to gain the ability to get revenge, but the Hive is more interested in hiring the services of Grant's father, the Terminator. However, they put Grant through a process that allows him to use 100% of his brain and name him the Ravager. Raven contacts her father, Trigon, and asks for forgiveness. He refuses and blasts her away. Wally returns to his hometown to find an exhausted Raven. She says she needed sanctuary and apologizes, and then leaves, Wally confused and alone. The next day, the Titans are enjoying some leisure time around the pool at the Changeling father's mansion in the Hamptons. Wonder Girl explains to Starfire the purpose of wearing a bikini while swimming. When the guys see Starfire, they are instantly smitten. After another heated discussion with his father, Cyborg leaves, but not before being attacked by a new villain calling himself the Ravager. Ravager easily evades Cyborg's attacks and tries to strangle him, but Cyborg uses Sonics to knock him out. But before he can do anything, he is struck from behind by Deathstroke, who scoops up the kid and leaves. Starfire is talking to the team about her family and her home planet and secret identities. Cyborg finally finds the team and fills them in on what's been going on. Ravager wakes up in Deathstroke's townhouse along with Wintergreen. Deathstroke warns him that if he uses his powers, they will kill him. Ravager scoffs him off and says he is just jealous. He says he took a contract and that he will not fail, and he leaves. Ravager attacks the team in the Hamptons who are waiting for him, but Deathstroke arrives to aid Ravager. Deathstroke easily evades the Titans, and the two are holding their own until Starfire starts using her starbolts to attack Ravager. Realizing this, Deathstroke sees Ravager collapse. Deathstroke goes to his son's side, and Raven appears. and she shows that the use of his powers have aged him, and Ravager is dying. Raven makes him see the Titans are dead, and he dies. Deathstroke takes the body and leaves. At the funeral of Grant Wilson, Slade tells Wintergreen he has agreed to fulfill Grant's contract with the Hive at a time and place of his choosing. Watching, the Hive congratulate themselves into orchestrating a way to get Slade to fulfill the contract against the Titans. The end. Although the title of the series is The New Teen Titans, the team is actually referred to as the New Titans in this issue. This issue marks the first appearance of Deathstroke the Terminator. Deathstroke will become one of Titan's most enduring foes. This issue marks the first demonstration of Starfire's ability to learn foreign languages through physical contact. Raven's mysterious communication with her native realm comes to a head in issue number 4. Corey mentions a younger sister. It is unknown if it's supposed to be Commander, whose appearance would retcon Corey as the eldest child, or another character that never made an appearance. Deathstroke is as strong as 10 men and can use 90% of his brain. After the experiment that changed Slade Wilson forever, he gained many superhuman abilities. He is as strong as 10 men and can lift up to 5 tons. He also gained access to 90% of his brain, making him smarter than any human. Therefore, he can speak many different languages and is 9 times faster with fighting strategies than his enemies. His advanced brain has also equipped him with extraordinary reflexes. According to him, he can see things faster than ordinary mortals, which makes his reflexes 10 times faster than any man. Not only does he have superhuman strength, speed, and intellect, but he also has an arsenal of weapons to help him conduct his missions. He has an energy lance that can fire lethal and non-lethal energy blasts to incapacitate an enemy, and a Prometheum sword that is more durable than titanium. His sword has been known to cut through a jet wing in one single strike. Deathstroke's power runs in his family. Deathstroke isn't the only superhuman in the family. His oldest son, Grant, grew up idolizing his dad. He became bitter at the Teen Titans when Starfire crash-landed on his apartment and joined a terrorist organization called Hive to destroy them. While within the organization, he took on the name Ravager and submitted to an experiment that made his brain 100% effective and quadrupled his speed and reflexes. His experiment failed, however, and his powers slowly killed him. Deathstroke's second son, Joseph Wilson, became mute when one of his father's enemies slit his throat. He, however, genetically received powers from his father and gained the ability to talk to people through his mind. Taking on the name Jericho, he could also possess any human he made eye contact with and could make someone explode with just one look. Deathstroke also conceived a daughter named Rose through an affair. Once Grant died, she took up the mantle of Ravager. Deathstroke secretly injected her with a serum that gave her his abilities, and she gained enhanced strength, reflexes, intelligence, and speed. One day she even cut out her eye to prove her loyalty to her father, and he replaced it with kryptonite. Deathstroke has killed a god. In Deathstroke, Deathstroke is hired by Hephaestus, the forger of weapons for the Olympian gods, to go to Themyscira and kill Lepidus. To help with his mission, Hephaestus arms Deathstroke with a sword called the God. On Themyscira, Deathstroke accidentally unleashes Lepidus by shattering his statue and is forced to go head-to-head with Wonder Woman and Superman prior to defeating the Titan. The sword allows him to forge through the battles with the superheroes, and he takes on Lepidus one-on-one. Deathstroke's superior intelligence and quick thinking paired with the God Killer allowed him to defeat the god on his own. At the end, he is congratulated by Hephaestus and told that he has done what no other mortal could do. Deathstroke truly is one of the greatest assassins in the world. Deathstroke has regenerative powers, yet his eye can't regenerate. Deathstroke went through a process in order to gain the power of regeneration. This power allows him to survive any wound as long as his brain stays intact. The downside of the ability, though, is that although he can survive any attack, he still feels the pain of the blows. Also, though he has regeneration powers, the one thing he is unable to regenerate is his missing eye. This may be a good thing, though, as his lack of an eye may actually be the reason why he is such a great mercenary. In Gods of War, Deathstroke is given the gift of youth, and he wakes up as a younger version of himself with both eyes intact. However, he starts to realize that he can't fight with both eyes and has to constantly shut one of them during battle. Deathstroke knows Batman's true identity. Nothing gets by Deathstroke, not even Batman's true identity. There are multiple instances where it is revealed that Slade Wilson knows exactly who is underneath the Batmask. In Deathstroke number 8, Slade Wilson attends Bruce Wayne's Christmas party in order to ask for his help. Bruce Wayne surprises him by telling him that he knows he is Deathstroke, and that Dick Grayson vouches for him. In return, Wilson says, "Your ex-ward's grown into a good many. Grayson's extracurricular activities, shall we say, are among the best I've ever seen, but then again, he did have the greatest teacher." Upon entering the Teen Titans, Dick Grayson also revealed Batman's true identity to his teammates. However, unbeknownst to him, one of Deathstroke's sidekicks was present. Therefore, Deathstroke was able to learn about Batman's true identity and his relationship to Night. Deathstroke was originally named after his sword and went by Deathstroke the Terminator. Deathstroke joined the DC Universe in 1980 as Deathstroke the Terminator. Born as Slade Wilson, the anti-hero was forced to trade in his life of honorable military service for the dark road of a contract killer. In Deathstroke Rebirth, we learned that Slade Wilson donned the name Deathstroke after winning a sword from a Croatian during a private poker game. This sword was forged during the Age of the Crusades and used during the 17th century British Civil Wars before changing its name and finding its way into the Croatian's possession. Wilson plays the winning hand, and the Croatian attempts to use the sword against him, accusing the assassin of cheating. However, Wilson disarms the man and kills him using the newly named sword, Deathstroke. From then on, Wilson took on the name of the sword and called himself Deathstroke the Terminator. However, after the release of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator movies, DC distanced themselves from the Terminator part of his name to avoid competition and confusion. From time to time, though, he is still referred to as the Terminator, depending on what comic you read. Deathstroke lied about his age to join the Army and got his abilities through a military experiment. Slade Wilson lied about his age and joined the United States Army at the age of 16. He excelled through all of his training and was everything the man could have expected in a soldier. Therefore, they offered him the opportunity to partake in an experiment that would make him immune to truth serums. He gladly volunteered and was strapped in for the trial. The serum, however, had adverse side effects on Wilson's body. It gave him uncanny superhuman strength and drove him mad. Wilson eventually fell into a coma, and the experiment was labeled a failure. The Army, refusing to admit their mistake, forbade Wilson from re-enlisting, and his career in the military was over. Unable to serve his country, Slade turned to the life of a mercenary and rebranded himself as Deathstroke. Deathstroke has taken down every member of the Justice League. In Identity Crisis, Deathstroke cripples every member of the Justice League present at the battle. He stabs the Flash, silences Zatanna with a hit to her liver, cuts Hawkman's wings, breaks the Green Arrow's arrows, put a rubber mask on Black Canary, hits the elongated man unconscious, disorients Adam with a laser, and breaks all of Kyle Rayner's knuckles. He is only stopped when he is caught off guard by Green Arrow shoving an arrow right into his right eye socket. Now, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman weren't present for the fight, but Deathstroke has held his own against these superheroes in the past. He has virtually beaten Batman and Deathstroke 1991 in Gods of War, and fared well against Wonder Woman and Superman in Deathstroke. Deathstroke is the world's deadliest assassin. Although Deadshot would refute this claim, Deathstroke is called the world's deadliest assassin multiple times in the DC Comics. According to Deathstroke God of War, the assassin has over 600 kills under his belt, and everyone, including the CIA and FBI, know his name. Not only is he feared throughout the United States, but he has also been banned from Russia by Putin himself. Although Deathstroke doesn't take every contract, he is known to complete all of the ones he accepts with extreme precision. In essence, he never fails. Depending on who you talk to, he is known as a mass-murdering psychopathic killer, the world's greatest mercenary, the deadliest assassin, or a gun for hire. Although to Slade, Deathstroke is not who he is, but simply his job. But it's a job he isn't giving up anytime soon. Deathstroke can't get drunk. You will never see Deathstroke wasted at a bar, hungover in bed, because it's simply not in his DNA. Deathstroke received regenerative powers that allow him to recover from just about any wound. However, this regenerative power also protects from the wounds of alcohol. No matter how much he drinks, his body regenerates and prevents him from getting drunk. The evidence for this inability to get drunk can be found in Gods of War. At the end of this comic, Wilson's son Jericho zaps his brain, and he wakes up naked and alone in a strange room. He tells himself, "I feel like hell, like the biggest hangover times 100 if I could even get drunk." Deathstroke was a pirate in an alternate reality. In Flashpoint Deathstroke and the Curse of the Ravager, Barry Allen wakes up in an alternate reality in which the world is in chaos and Deathstroke is a seafaring pirate. In this world, Deathstroke is the captain of a ship called the Ravager, and he and his crew are known as cold-blooded murderers and the most feared pirates of the seven seas. However, all the crew's killings and brutality is for one goal: to find Deathstroke's daughter Rose and seek revenge on the ones that kidnapped her. Along the way, they team up with Clayface and Sonar to plunder and loot as many ships and sunken cities as they can. They even come face to face with Aquaman, who stabs Deathstroke with his trident. Deathstroke hates Green Arrow. Deathstroke has a deep, dark hatred for the Green Arrow. Although most people believe it's because Green Arrow took Deathstroke's eye, it's actually because he taunted him for it. In a dandy crisis, Deathstroke slices through all of Green Arrow's arrows to cripple him. However, Ollie simply takes one of these broken arrows and jams it in Deathstroke's right eye socket, right where his eye should have been. Ollie then says to himself, "I know he's blind in that eye. I also know how much an arrow there hurts." And for the first time, the ultimate tactician loses his temper. Deathstroke goes mad and tells Green Arrow that he'll kill him for that, and ever since he has done everything he could to reveal Ollie's true identity and destroy him. Deathstroke has beef with the Teen Titans. Deathstroke really is a family man, and the death of his children have constantly driven his life choices. Deathstroke's oldest son, Grant, died after accepting a contract to kill the Teen Titans, so to avenge his son's death, Deathstroke decided to fulfill his contract and finish his son's work. Deathstroke was to sell a Promethean bomb and decided to kidnap the Titans and place them in the bomb's path to showcase the bomb's capabilities for potential buyers. The Titans eventually escaped, but not without Deathstroke severely wounding Beast Boy in the process. His next plan was to use Terra to infiltrate the team as his spy. Through her, he learned everyone's secret identity and attempted to use the knowledge against the Teen Titans. He was, however, captured with the help of his youngest son Jericho and put on trial for his crimes. The contract to kill the Teen Titans is the only contract that Deathstroke has failed to fulfill. Deathstroke was the inspiration for Deadpool. Deadpool, who was introduced about 10 years after Deathstroke, bears many uncanny similarities to the DC assassin. First off, they both have a very similar name. The first part of their names both refer to death, and the second part of their names refer to water. Also, Deadpool's real name is Wade Wilson, while Deathstroke's is Slade Wilson. Very close. Second, Deadpool was created as a villain to the teenage superheroes known as the New Mutants, much like how Deathstroke is a villain to the Teen Titans. Also, for the nail in the coffin, when Deadpool's writer Fabian Nicienza saw the first designs for Deadpool, he is known to have said, "This is Deathstroke from the Teen Titans." According to Rob Liefeld, Deadpool's creator thought, "They are nothing alike." He said, "While ruthless, there's a certain nobility to Slade. He tried to have a normal family at one point and believed in honor amongst thieves. Wade, while canny, is an insane person. The similarities are they both shoot guns and wield swords." I hope you enjoyed this look into the new Teen Titans issue number 2 as we celebrated the first appearance of Deathstroke the Terminator. If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe and consider ringing the bell for future notifications, because you never know when I'm going to drop another video. And join us next week for a new episode of Tony's Comic Spotlight as we take a very special look at Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, issue number 36. This video is going to come out 2 days after the 22nd anniversary of the comic's release. We'll take a look at this special 9/11 tribute issue, and we'll reveal some pretty cool facts as well. So until next time, everyone, take it easy, be safe, and God bless. See ya.